Hello everyone, I am Bhavya Srivastav, currently pursuing Integrated MTech IT from International Institute of Professional Studies, DLV Indore. This video is a part of my college assignment under the guidance of Dr. Nitin Nagar. So, let's begin. The topics I am going to cover in this video are session tracking, different techniques of session tracking, and a practical example. First, the question arises, what is session? So, session simply means a particular interval of time. It is the period of time between user login and logout. Now, what is session tracking? It is a way to maintain a state or data of a user. It is also known as session management in Servlet. Session tracking is a mechanism that Servlet uses to maintain state about a series of requests from the same user across some period of time. Sessions are shared among the Servlet accessed by a client. This is convenient for application made up of multiple servlets. In the picture, you can see client is sending a request to the server and server responds to it. Again, when client sends another request, it is considered as a new request. The track of the user is not maintained. HTTP protocol. It is a statelet, so we need to maintain a state using session tracking techniques. Each time user requests to the server and server treats the request as new request. It automatically does not keep any record of previous client requests, so we need to maintain the state of a user to recognize particular user. Why we use session tracking? We use it to recognize the particular user. It is all about making the web application a stateful web application by remembering client data across multiple requests during a session. Now, different techniques of session tracking. There are mainly 4 techniques. First one is cookies. A web server can assign a unique session ID as a cookie to each web client, and for subsequent requests from the client, they can be recognized using the received cookie. It has a name, single value, optional attributes such as comment, path, domain qualifier, maximum age, and a person number. It is an effective way. It may not be an effective way because many times browser does not support a cookie. So it is recommended not to use this procedure to maintain the session. There are 2 types of cookies, persistent and non-persistent. In non-persistent cookie, it is valid only for single session and it is removed each time when user closes the browser. Persistent cookie, it is valid for multiple sessions and it is not removed each time. It is removed only if user log out or sign out. How cookies work? By default, each request is considered as a new request. In cookie technique, we add cookie with a response from the servlet. So cookie is stored in cache of the browser. After that, if request is sent by the user, cookie is added with request by default. Thus, we recognize the user as the old user. In the diagram, you can see that browser is sending the request to the server. In response, cookie is added. And again, if this browser sends request, so cookie is added with it. Now, advantages and disadvantages. There are 2 advantages of cookie, that it is simplest technique of maintaining the state, and cookies are maintained on client side. The next disadvantages. First one is it will not work if cookie is disabled from the browser. And second, only textual information can be sent in cookie object. Second technique, hidden form field. Hidden form field is a hidden text file. In this, a hidden text file is used for maintaining the state of a user. In such case, we store information in hidden field and get it from another servlet. This approach is better if we have to submit form in all the pages and we don't want to depend on the browser. A web server can send a hidden HTML form field along with unique session ID like input type, that is hidden, name, that is session ID, and value like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This entry means that when the form is submitted, a specified name and value are automatically included in the get or post data. Each time when web browser sends request back, the session ID value can be used to keep the track of different web browsers. This could be an effective way of keeping track of the session, but clicking on regular hypertext link does not result in a form submission. So, this hidden form field also cannot support general session tracking. Next technique is URL rewriting. We can append some extra data on the end of each URL that identifies the session, and the server can associate the session identifier with data it has stored about that session. For example, you can see there is a website like computer.com, file.html and session ID 12345. The session identifier is attached as session ID, which can be accessed at the web server to identify the client. This technique is better to maintain session, and it works even when browser don't support cookies. But the drawback is that we would have to generate every URL dynamically to assign a session ID even in case of a simple static HTML page. The last technique is HTTP Servlet that provides Servlet HTTP session. Servlet provides HTTP session interface which provides a way to identify a user across more than one page request or visit to a website and to store information about that user. Servlet container uses this interface to create a session between HTTP client and HTTP server. Session persists for a specified time period across more than one connection page request from the user. In this container creates a session ID for each user. Container uses this ID to identify the particular user. An object of HTTP session can be used to perform two tasks. First one, bind objects. Second, view and manipulate information about the session such as the session identifier, creation time and last access time. The diagram, you can see there are two users sending requests to a container, and for each user a unique session ID is created. To get the HTTP session object, there are mainly two methods to get it. First one is public HTTP session, get session, which returns the current session associated with this request, or if the request does not have a session, it creates one. Another is the same, public HTTP session, get session, but along with the parameter boolean create. Returns the current HTTP session associated with this request, or if there is no current session, it creates and returns a new session. Here are some methods with HTTP session and under HTTP session interface, like get attribute, get creation time, get ID, get last access time, void invalidate, remove attribute, string name, public void set attribute, set maximum and active interval. Now I am going to show you one practical example. Here is the example which describes how to use the HTTP session object to find out creation time and last access time for a session. We would associate a new session with a request if one does not already exist. Now I am compiling this. Here you can see that number of visits is 2. I have already run this program 2 or 3 times. That's why it is showing number of visits is 2. Now if I again compile, you can see that it is showing session information, same, that session information, it is showing ID, creation time, time of last access, user ID, and the number of visits it's changed, that is 3, from 2 to 3. So you can see that it is maintaining the data. I hope you all like this video. Thank you very much.